Hello students, here in this video I am going to introduce the new chapter Circle. It's a very important chapter related to class 9 as well as in class 10. So here we have some basic definitions and introduction about the chapter. First of all, we'll define what is called circle. The one common definition is the collection of all the points in a plane which are at a fixed distance from a fixed point in the plane is called circle. Okay, so definition states that the collection of all the points in a plane. So this is a plane, and in this plane we have millions of points, infinite points are there, to which those points which are at a fixed distance from a fixed point. The fixed point, suppose we are talking about point O. Let this is the fixed point O, and all the points in this line which we see, this is the line, curved line, and on this line all those points are there. Their distance from the point O is fixed distance. So let a point is, suppose this point is P on the number line, right? This is the point P on the number line and this is the point O. If we keep the point O fixed and we move the point on this plane in such a way, this OP distance remains fixed. Then if we rotate like this, if we move the point in this direction, it will move along this line and this line is being generated. Okay, so this line at this shape generated is called your circle. Clear? One more definitions we can write here in standard form, that the locus of a moving point, which is equidistant from a fixed point. So here a word comes locus. Locus is what? Locus is a path traced out by a moving point under some geometrical condition. So here geometrical condition is from a fixed point, the distance of that moving point remains fixed. In that way also, if we see this figure, O is a fixed point and P is any point. Now the path traced out by this point P, if it moves in such a way, the distance of point P from the fixed point O remains fixed, then this shape will be again generated and this shape is called your circle. Here fixed point is P and the fixed point is O and the moving point is P. So length OP, the length OP is called your radius of the circle. Okay, this OP length is called your radius of the circle. So from here to here is OP, and if we mark this point is A, then OA is also the same length as OP, because when the P moves it come at the point A also. So OA is also the radius and OB is also the radius. So OP is called radius of the circle, and same as you can say OA is also the radius, and O, if we mark here point B, then OB also will be radius of the circle. Okay, so all the distance from the center to this circle is called your radius, and that is the fixed distance. Clear? And the fixed point O is called your center of the circle. Center of the circle. Okay, so O is your center of the circle, and OP, OB, OA, this distance is called radius of the circle. Clear? And now this straight line AB, which passes through the center of the circle and touches the two end points on the circle. Any straight line which starts from one end of the circle and passes through the center O and touches the another point of the circle. So this line segment is called your diameter of the circle. Clear? Diameter of the circle. So this is the basic terms: radius, center and diameter of the circle. And one more thing, this whole length, if you start from the point P and it moves in this way and coming back to the point P, then this whole path traced out, this path is called your circumference. Okay, so A, P, B to A, starting from P, A, B and then back to P. This is called circumference. Circumference of the circle. Starting from A means starting from P and moving towards to A, then to B and finally reaches to P. So this whole length is called circumference of the circle, or length of this curve is called circumference of the circle. Clear? I have understood this basic term. Now I am coming to some new terms. New term related to the circle is, we will discuss in the second figure. Now I am moving to the another figure. This is another circle with center O. Now here suppose we take a point P and another point is Q. Okay, and this line segment joining these 2 points. So if we take any 2 point on the circle, at the point P is one point on the circle, Q is another point on the circle, and if we join this PQ, then we get a line segment. Okay, so this line segment PQ is named as chord of the circle. So this line segment PQ is chord. Okay, so what is chord? We can define chord is a line segment which joins any 2 point on the circle. Now we see in the given figure, okay, this chord divides the circle in 2 parts. One part is up, another part is down, and then lower part is this smaller part and upper part is your larger part. Okay, this is smaller part and this is larger part. So this we say the chord divides the circle in 2 parts and each part is named as segment. Each part is named as segment. This is also a segment and this is also a segment. But smaller part we name it minor segment. Minor means smaller, and larger one is termed as major segment. So then the chord divides the circle in 2 parts. Each part is called segment. Larger part is your major segment and smaller part is your minor segment. So this is the second concept. Okay, now we'll discuss related to some more. Here the next part is, in this figure you say, let this is the point O. Okay, and this point is your A. Let this point is your B. And you will see in this figure, OA is the radius, OB also a radius. The 2 radius, plural of radius term as radii. We will pronounce it radii. 2 radii ONAB includes this area along with the corresponding arc. Okay, so this is the area enclosed by 2 radii and corresponding arc. A to B is termed as arc. Here to here, this length is called arc AB. Arc AB, or we write like this, AB, and above this symbol gives you arc AB. Okay, so this area is enclosed, area of the circle enclosed by 2 radii and 1 corresponding arc. So this is named as, this is termed as your sector. So again we see 2 radii divide the circle in 2 parts. Each part is named as sector, and according to the first case, larger part we name it your major sector, and the smaller part will term as minor sector. Okay, so these are the basic terms related to the circle. I can repeat once again. You must keep in the mind center of the circle, radius of the circle, diameter of the circle, chord of the circle, and segment of the circle, and one more is your sector of the circle. Okay, these are all the points is new. Now, one more we can conclude in this figure. In this figure, you find PQ is a chord. Okay, so if you take a circle list, let this is a circle with center O, and if you draw a chord here, this is one chord. If we bring this chord towards the center, now this length is little more. This is the more than this, so larger chord. If we take one more closer, it will become more larger. If we take more closer so that it passes to the center, this was the larger chord. And if we go ahead now, this becomes smaller. So if you draw several parallel chords, they will find one chord which passes through center here, this one. Okay, this suppose we are giving a name x, and this name is y. So this point is y, this point is x. So among this all these chords, the largest chord is your xy, and largest chord passes through the center O. Okay, this is the center. So largest chord passes through the center, and in xy, if we compare with the first figure AB, then AB is the diameter. There also xy is your diameter. So we can say diameter is the longest. Diameter is the longest chord. So we can define the diameter in this way also. Diameter is the longest chord of the circle. Okay, so these are the basic terms related to circle we have to understand. Okay, I hope you have understood. If you are well known of these terms, then it will be easier for you to understand the concept related to the circle in future. Okay, I hope you understood. Now look at this figure. Here also we have to see something special for the terms related to the circle. Okay, what is it? A circle divides the plane on which it lies into three parts. This is a plane, and in this plane this circle is drawn with center O. Now you will see this circle divides the plane in three parts. First part is interior, which is inside the circle. Second part is exterior, which is outside the circle, and one part are on this line, so we'll say on the circle. Okay, so inside the circle, which is also called the interior of the circle. You can understand now, this is the interior of the circle. Second, the circle, and third, outside the circle, which is also called the exterior of the circle. Okay, and circle and its interior make up together the circular region. So see in the figure, this part is called exterior. This part is called interior. And all those points which are on this circle is called on the circle. Okay. So the circle divides a plane in three parts. One part is called interior of the circle, other is called exterior of the circle. This is exterior part. Okay, and the one more part which is on this line are called point on the circle. Okay, I hope you understood well. Thank you.